this is Sindhu BR Foursome, Department of Information Science and Engineering, GM Institute of Technology, Davanagere. I am here going to deliver a presentation on the hardware core extensions. These are my team members. Hardware core extensions. Firstly, we go for the hardware core extensions. Basically, we know about what is the meaning of the core extension. Core extensions are the standard hardware component placed next to the ARM core. Means once you have a processor, your processor are not able to do a particular functionality or particular work. So then you have to place the extra processor near to the main processor. Then extended core means they provide the or to improve the performance of the manage the resources and provide the extra functionality to do a work or task. So basic aim of the processor is to extend the functionality to the existing core or processor. They are designed to provide flexibility and handling the particular task or applications. Means suppose your main functions are not able to do a particular task, then you add a function, then the functional that function done the extra process that are placed to the main core. Co-processor can attach the ARM processor, extends the processing features of a core by extending the instruction set or by providing the configuration registers. More than one processor can add it to the ARM core via the processor interference. The processor can be accessed through the group of dedicated ARM instructions that provide the load store type of interference. Consider an example of a coprocessor 15. The ARM processor uses the coprocessor 15. There we have to use the 15 registers to control the cache and TCMs and memory management. While ability to extend the processor, nothing new. Marketing the dynamics are forcing a growing the percentage of the industries to consider it necessary part of a product innovation. From small IoT functions to massive data centers and artificial intelligence, we need to create an optimized processing platforms is often to only a way to get a more performance or low power out of the silicon area available. Distribution processing also enables a greater degree of specialization, but to benefit from this, the entire flow must become optimal enough that increases the development cost justified to performance gains. There are three hardware extensions: cache and tightly coupled memory, memory management, coprocessor interference. So these are the three types of hardware extensions to improve the functionality of the coprocessor or it improve the performance of the coprocessor. The first type of the coprocessor will be explained by the Sahana. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Sahana P. Now I am explaining about the first type of hardcore extension, that is cache and tightly coupled memory. So what do you mean by cache? Cache is a block of memory placed between the main memory and the ARM core to increase the speed of the data transaction. It allows for more efficient fetches from some memory types. With a cache, the processor core can run for the majority of time without having to wait for the data from the new external memory. The ARM based embedded system basically uses a single level of cache memory. Cache memory is implemented with on-chip memory and control logic. The tightly coupled memory is implemented with on-chip memory and dedicated connections. Tightly coupled memory has a fixed span in the address map. The two forms of cache involved in the ARM core. The first is found attached to the von Neumann style core. and the second form attached to the Harvard style core. Von Neumann style core combines the both data and instructions into a single unified cache. The term von Neumann architecture has evolved to mean any stored program computer in which an instruction fetch and a data operation cannot occur at the same time because they share a common bus. This is referred to as a von Neumann bottleneck, and it also often limits the performance of the system. The parts of the architecture of a von Neumann are memory, ARM core, logic unit or a arithmetic unit, input output devices, control unit, etc. These are some of the parts of the architecture. Next, Harvard style core. Harvard style core, it has a separate cache for data and instruction. The CPU can read both an instruction and perform a data memory access at the same time, even without a cache also. The machine has distinct code and a data address space. Instruction address 0 is not the same as data address 0. Some of the parts of this architecture Harvard style core are arithmetic logic unit, data memory, input output device, control unit, ARM core, etc. These are some of the important parts of this architecture. A cache provides an overall increase in performance, but at the expense of predictable execution. But the real-time system requires the code execution to be deterministic. The time taken for loading and storing instruction or data must be predictable. This is achieved using a form of memory called tightly coupled memory. Tightly coupled memory is one small, dedicated memory region that, as the name implies, is very close to the CPU. The main benefit of it is that the CPU can access the TCM every cycle, contrary to the ordinary memory. There is no cache involved, in which it makes all memory access predictable. TCM provides the low latency memory that the processor can use without the unpredictability that is a feature of cache. You can use the TCM to hold critical routines such as an interrupt handling routines or a real-time tasks where an indeterminacy of a cache is highly undesirable. In addition, you can use it to hold the scratch data and a critical data structure such as interrupt stacks. The size of the TCM can be selected independently from a minimum of 4 KB to maximum of 256 KB in the power of 2. TCM is a fast SRAM located close to the core and guarantees the clock cycle required to fetch an instruction or the data. TCM appears as a memory in the address map and can be accessed as fast as a memory. Tightly coupled memory is implemented with on-the-chip memory and dedicated connection. Tightly coupled memory as a fixed span in the address of the map. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Raghusi from Department of Information Science Engineering. As my friend Sahana explained about first method of cache and tightly coupled memory and TCM address map, I am going to explain about second method of TCM. By combining both technologies, ARM processor can have both improved performance and predictable real-time response. You can see here ARM core, logic and control. Instead of cache memory, we use TCM, that is data TCM and instruction TCM. Data cache and instruction cache. Basically what I do is, in order to improve function, I used cache memory and tightly coupled memory. Both collaborate together to make efficiency in functionality still better. This is why we go to improve the functionality. The difference between cache and TCM. Cache is implemented with on-chip memory and control logic, and TCM is implemented with on-chip memory and dedicated connection. In cache, dynamic storage of data. In TCM, static content storage. In cache, it works on concept of hit and miss. In TCM, only decided data will be available, can be specified in a linker script. Memory management. Embedded system of 10 use multiple memory devices. It is necessary to have a method to organize these devices and protected the system from application trying to make inappropriate access to hardware. Thank you.
Myself Harshita. Now I am explaining about the three types of the memory management hardware. ARM cores have three different types of the memory management hardware component that can be attached to the main memory. First one, no extension providing no protection. Second one, a memory protection unit MPU providing limited protection. Third one, a memory management unit MMU providing full protection. Basically, we can have three types of the hardware core extensions in order to protect the memory depending on our data. If the data is very much confidential, then we can go for memory management unit providing full protection. If the data is not that much important or that is a kind of essential, we can go for memory protection unit MPU providing limited protection. If the data is not at all a unit, if you want any device to act as a things, then we can go for a no extension providing no protection. So basically, if we speak about the very first one, that is non-protected memory. It is the fixed and provides very little flexibility. It is normally used for small, simple embedded system that require no protection from ROG applications. As I said, the data is not at all important. We need not to worry about that. We can call this as a non-protected memory. We actually do not attach any hardware devices here. It has with no hardware devices where the memory is not at all protected. Next, here is the second one, memory protection unit MPU. MPU employs a simple system that uses a limited number of memory regions. These regions are controlled with a set of special coprocessor registers, and each region is designed with a specific access permissions. This type of memory management is used for systems that require memory protection but don't have a complex memory map, which means that our data has essential but not that important. In that case, you will have a code which is stored in some part of the memory. We need to go to that part of the memory, get the code, and later we will have access to that particular memory. Next is the third one, that is Memory Management Unit MMU. MMU are the more comprehensive memory management hardware available on the ARM, which is one of the best memory management hardware which is available in the ARM. Second point, the MMU uses a set of translation tables to provide fine-grained control over memory. We have something called vector interrupt table. As soon as the vector appears, the vector interrupt contains the address. Using that address, it will go to the vector interrupt table. It will give the address of the subprogram. Subprogram will get executed, and later control unit will go back to the main program. So third point, these tables are stored in the main memory and provide a virtual to physical address map as well as access permissions. And fourth point is, MMUs are designed for more sophisticated platform operating system that support multitasking. Here we have the diagram in which there is a memory management unit which is at the middle, and the left side we have the virtual memory and the right side we have the physical memory. Basically what happens is there is a translation table which will be giving the control to the memory. Once it gives the control to the memory, we can go to that particular process and we can gain the access, which means that it is actually more complicated than memory protection unit. Basically, in order to protect the memory, I can use the two things, that is memory protection and memory management unit. Memory management unit is one of the most comprehensive and most complicated method of protection to the memory. It is from the invention of the ROG applications. The next topic is the coprocessor.
Hi, myself R. Chetan Shinde. I am going to explain about coprocessor. It is the third topic of hardware core extension. Coprocessors. Coprocessors can be attached to the ARM processor. A coprocessor extends the processing features of a core by extending the instruction set or by providing the configuration request. More than one coprocessor can be added to ARM core via to coprocessor interference. Means it refers to if more than one coprocessor can be added to ARM core through coprocessor interference, which refers means it is capable of accepting more than one or two processors, more than one coprocessors. The coprocessor can be accessed through a group of dedicated ARM instructions that provided a load store type infrastructure. For example, coprocessor 15, the ARM coprocessor uses the coprocessor 15 register to control the cache, TCMF and the memory management. The coprocessor can also extend the instructions set by providing the specialized group of new instructions. For example, there are a set of specialized instructions that can be added to the standard ARM instruction set to process vector floating operation. These are the instructions that are proceeds in the decode stage of the ARM pipeline. If the decode stage sees the coprocessor instruction, then it offers to the relevant coprocessors. If a coprocessor is not present or doesn't recognize the instruction, then the ARM takes the undefined instruction expectations, which allows you to emulate the behavior of the coprocessor in the software. Thank you.